call the meeting to order and welcome everyone. We look forward to hearing from the Advanced Ed team, and we are so excited to have all of our school district administrators and leaders here today to hear this report. We're going to, the board members will sit back there and hear the presentation. So now I will turn it over to Dr. Christina Melton and introduce our guests.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Every day is a great day in School District 5, but today is an especially great day in School District 5. It's been a fantastic week, and today is a culmination of our entire year's worth of work. Thanks to the leadership of each one of you. Whatever role you have played has contributed to our preparation for this visit, but also the results we're about to see today. I have the pleasure to introduce to you all the chair of the review team, Dr. Seibert, and then he'll do some introductory remarks following the introductions of the team. So, Dr. Seibert, we're glad that you're here.
Thank you. I just want you to know that I am in love with sweet tea. It's such an honor to be here. For those of you that were at the presentation earlier, I am from Montana, south of Missoula, Montana, about 3 hours south of Glacier National Park and about 3 hours west of Yellowstone in the Bitterroot Valley. But it's great to be part of your great state. We've had a great review. We've met some really, really fine people. And you have so many good things going on in your school district. I commend you for those, and it's a pleasure to be here. I would like to take this opportunity to introduce, or not introduce, but have my team introduce themselves and their names, where they're from, and then we'll get started, if that's okay, with our presentation. Okay? So let's start in the back with Candace.
Good afternoon. I am Candace Buffet. I'm actually from South Carolina. I'm the Deputy Superintendent in Marion, South Carolina. It's been a pleasure to be here.
Good afternoon. I'm Neil Vincent. I'm the Director of Secondary Education in Florence School District 1.
Richard Bauscher, Superintendent Middleton School District in Boise, Idaho.
I'm Elisa Goodman. I'm Executive Director for Instruction with the Kershaw County School District.
Good afternoon, I'm Brian Newsom, School Superintendent from Orangeburg, and really enjoyed being a visit today. I'd also like to acknowledge Ms. Whitney Jeffcoat, if she would stand. She's from our state office and our Executive Director of AdvancedED. Thank you.
Thank you. First of all, I would like to commend this district for all of your efforts that you have done over the last year and a half. This is a monumental undertaking, as you well know. Advanced Ed is a complex process, and you certainly have taken it seriously, and we commend you for your efforts. Our review started on Sunday afternoon, and we started in the district office on Monday. We were in 68 different classrooms in 6 of your schools on Tuesday. Today we've spent the day working through our findings and coming up with our recommendations, and we had the opportunity to visit with some many fine folks, and you'll see that through the presentation. So we will just get started. I would like to say particular thanks to Dr. Hefner, the school board, for your generosity in your accommodations and the food. It's never good to go on a diet right before an advanced ed review. We're always fed very well, but and I'd also like to really thank Dr. Melton for her efforts on behalf of communication with me and our team, and Aaron Strange for feeding us well and keeping us going, and so thank you so much. Advanced Ed is a global leader in providing continuous improvement and accreditation services to over 32,000 institutions serving 20 million students worldwide. We are now in 37 states, 71 different countries. And We combine the knowledge and expertise of a research institute, the skills of a management consulting firm, the passion of a grassroots movement for educational change. We serve as trusted partners for schools and school systems, employing over 4 million educators and enrolling more than 20 million students. AdvancedED recently, through the merger of pre-K-12 over the last several years, consists of North Central Association, the Southern Association of Colleges and Schools, and expanded in 2001 with the acquisition of the Northwest Accreditation Commission, which we were a part of. And my position with AdvancedED is twofold. I serve as the director for Montana AdvancedED schools, much the same as Darrell Behringer does in this state. And also I serve as a director for public school systems accreditation. And we operate at almost 270 system reviews a year. I don't serve in lead of all those, obviously, but there are a lot of people working on those reviews. AdvancedED is the largest community of educational professionals. We're a nonprofit, nonpartisan organization that conducts rigorous on-site external reviews of pre-K-12 schools and school systems. And what we're trying to do is ensure that all learners realize their full potential. While our expertise is grounded in more than 100 years of work in school accreditation, AdvancedED is far more than a typical accreditation agency. Our goal isn't to certify that schools are good enough. Rather, our commitment is to help you improve. In this process, we look at, how's the clicker doing? Got it? Next one. There you go. Nope. Go back a little bit. Go back one more. No? Okay. Well, anyway, I don't know where I'm at. Professional. What we offer you is, through the professional judgment of the team, we're going to make recommendations to you in several different areas. One is powerful practices, and those are areas that we think you are absolutely exemplary in. Opportunities for improvement, which are areas that we ask you to consider in your improvement, and improvement priorities, which are areas that you will be required to respond to as a district within a 2-year period. And we also give you the index of educational quality, and then we will provide our accreditation recommendation. So we study 3 different areas. The 3 different domains that we're looking at is the impact of teaching and learning, the capacity of leadership, and resource utilization. Go ahead. In our days with you, we have been with 176 people. We've interviewed the superintendent, we've interviewed 6 school board members, 24 administrators, 61 instructional staff, 21 support staff, 42 students, and had a great group of parents, community, and business leaders. So we feel like that we have got input from a wide variety of your stakeholders, and many of them have said really, really good things about your school. In the teaching and learning impact area, we look at Standards 3, Teaching and Assessing for Learning, and Standard 5, Continuous Improvement, and 4 evaluative criteria of student performance. In our school reviews on Tuesday, as I said, we were in 68 different classrooms. In the classrooms, we use a tool called the Elliott. The Elliott has several different domains. We go into classes for a 20-minute period, sometimes at the beginning, sometimes at the end, sometimes at the middle. And we assess not what the teacher is doing, but what the student is connecting to the lesson. On the left are the external review numbers, and this is on a 4-point scale. And on the right are the AdvancedED network numbers, which take all of the AdvancedED reviews that have been done over the last year, averaged for that particular indicator. So that you can see in your classes there's extraordinary things happening. Equitable learning environment, 3.28. High expectations, 3.30. Supportive learning environment, 3.57. Active learning environment, 3.43. Progress monitoring and environment, feedback environment, 3.34. Well-managed learning environment, 3.66. And digital learning environment, which is one of the higher scores that I've seen in digital learning. Digital learning is not about what the teacher is doing at the front of the class. It's about what the student is connecting to the class by using technology. And we don't often see that in many schools. It's an emerging process, but we think these are solid numbers. So congratulations on these numbers. On a 4-point scale, that shows that there's some dynamic teaching going on in your schools, and you are to be commended for that. In this domain, we provided a powerful practice, and it's tied to indicator 3.11. School District 5 of Lexington and Richland counties provides capacity through providing opportunities for all staff members to participate in a rigorous, continuous program of professional learning that is aligned with the system's purpose and direction and based on the needs of the system. We believe that this is strong. You have a commitment to professional learning, and we commend you for that. An opportunity for improvement, what we found in 3.9 is you are encouraged to develop and implement and evaluate a process where active teaming between students and adults exists, whereby every student is known and mentored by at least one adult in support of students' educational experience. This is one of the indicators, in AdvancedED. It's a challenge to do, but there are ways and models out there to do that. So this isn't a requirement, it's something that we want you to think about. We have one improvement priority in this domain, and that is to design, implement, and evaluate consistent grading policies, procedures, processes across all grade levels and courses that clearly define common criteria for students' attainment and content knowledge and skills. You've done a great job with your magnet schools. You've expanded opportunities for students in ways that many school districts don't have that opportunity. But as schools move from one magnet school to another, or from one school to another, they need common grading practices. We did not see that at this point. It's emerging, but that's one area that we're asking you to take on over the next 2 years and take a look at that. In leadership capacity, this area includes all the indicators in Standard 2, Governance and Leadership, Standard 1, Purpose and Direction, Evaluative Criteria, and Stakeholder Feedback Diagnostic. We had a powerful practice here. The Superintendent Board of Education, District 5, Lexington, and Richland counties have effectively empowered their community through unique partnerships with parents and other community stakeholders who support the vision, mission, and the school system. That is unique. To engage a community the way you have, to take on the type of bonding issue that you have, build the buildings that you're in the process of, it takes support from a community. And we know that that's taken many, many, many conversations with community, and you've built those relationships effectively, and we congratulate you for that. In resource utilization, this area deals with the allocation of use of resources, equity of resource distribution, level and sustainability of resources. It includes all indicators in Standard 4 resources supportive systems. We have one powerful practice, 4.1. School District 5, Lexington and Richland counties has established effective practices for attracting, recruiting, and retaining high-quality professionals which promote and support the mission and vision of the system in individual schools. And this is directly linked to those Elliott scores you saw on the previous, because you have outstanding teachers. You've been able to attract them through, perhaps high salaries, perhaps, a good place to work, whatever reason. But this is directly linked to that. So we commend you and your teachers, and I hope you let your teachers know that we've found some really high scores. Now we leave you with the big one. This is an improvement priority that's going to take some time to get your arms around. This combines 4.4 and 5.2, and we are asking you to develop a strategic resource management plan to ensure there's alignment in the system's purpose and direction, to identify goals and objectives critical for continuous improvement, including fiscal, capital resources, effective administrative alignment and communication patterns, instructional and support staffing needs, and ensure all district initiatives are periodically and systemically evaluated through the lens of student achievement. Now, if I were a superintendent getting that one, I'd say that's 10 years of work. There's not many districts that do this well, but we all need to do it as a district. And we're talking about what are the big things that we need to do. How are we going to fund it? What kind of staffing do we need? What kind of professional development? How are we going to evaluate it? And how does it ultimately influence student achievement? That's the big thing that we need to do in school districts. We believe you have the capacity to do this, and it's something that you have so many things going for you. It's just bringing it all together in a systemic manner so that you're operating vertically K-12 in all of your buildings. Our conclusions, through this process, there's a balanced accreditation process. It's reported through what we call the Index of Educational Quality. This slide illustrates the institution's progress in each of these three categories as an overall index of educational quality. The evaluative criteria are divided into three categories: teaching and learning, leadership capacity, and resource utilization. The Index of Educational Quality and its three categories provide institution with a clear picture of their current reality and a roadmap towards excellence. There's 39 total criteria included in this IEQ, 21 of which are related to teaching and learning, 11 related to leadership, impact, or capacity, 7 related to resource utilization. Our hope, once you get your report in 30 days, which is very extensive and very detailed, that you will drill down into the individual indicators behind each of these scores to help you identify the strengths that you want to maintain and help you identify your areas of improvement. The next slide shows you your IEQ scores. Your overall score, 29187, teaching and impact, 28492, leadership capacity, 30417, and resource utilization, 29167. These are all on a 4-point scale, and if you compare the AN average, you have exceeded that in every category. Now, obviously, the goal is to drive that to a 4. I haven't seen a 4 yet, but these are very, very solid scores, and I commend you for that. The IEQ results indicate that your school system is performing within the acceptable ranges as compared to other expected criteria, as well as other institutions within the AdvancedED network. For too many years, institutions have been judged based on disparate and unrelated summative data points that really fail to paint an accurate picture. But the scores that we have presented, we feel that they do paint a picture of where you are now. And the whole process of accreditation is to find out where your baseline is and move forward from there. And with that, the external team proudly recommends to the AdvancedED Accreditation Commission, District 5 of Lexington and Richland County, earn the distinction of accreditation by AdvancedED. Congratulations. Improvement priorities, as I said, must be addressed within 2 years. They don't all have to be solved within 2 years. You have to show your plan is in place and you're making progress towards those. This is the beginning of a journey of improvement. It's deliberate, it's strategic, and it is to ensure that every child every day is being prepared for achieving success in the future. We would like to thank you again for your hospitality, your support, your professionalism. We respect and acknowledge the efforts that you have done in this institution, and we congratulate your system and community on completing these massive requirements for AdvancedED, and thank you for the opportunity to be here.
Well, thank you for those wonderful words of affirmation and for your confidence in our system, and thank you for the wonderful direction that you've given us so we can get better. And as we said on day one, we know that we're either getting better or we're getting worse. We want to get better, and we appreciate your identifying for us the things we need to work on to improve. I know you all have flights to catch, but I do want to make one more announcement. We want to give our congratulations to Dutch Fork High School because they have received their AdvancedED STEAM certification. It's the first internationally recognized mark of quality for a STEAM program. So it's, I think we're the second in our state to get it, and still one of the first in the country to have it. And it's those scores range. They're rated on from 1 to 4, and they have to get across 7 strands an average of 2.8. And Dutch Fork's score was 3.27. So. Again, we thank you so very much, and I'll turn it back to our chair, Ms. Hutchinson.
I echo Dr. Hefner's appreciation to the team and the findings, and to all of you who helped. I know, and there are a lot more as we saw the number of people who participated and who in the meetings and our community members. It really is, as you pointed out, a crucial part of District 5 is that we have a community that supports us and encourages us to do our best. And I have great faith in our staff and administrators that we will take your recommendations quite seriously, and we always want to move forward, and we want to do what is best for every child in the district. So thank you very much for that. We are going to go into executive session as soon as I get a motion from the floor, unless there's something else. Okay. All right. Ms. Baumgartner.
Madam Chair, I move that we enter executive session.
Is there a second? Second. Ms. Lovelace, second. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor of entering an executive session, please raise your hands. All opposed? That passes 6-0. Thank you very much for being here.